I got like 10 minutes. I'm here before I put some music on before I go give my speech. So it's the question of the day. As I do a real quick here, I'm gonna show you guys the Kalahari Resort. Y'all need to even see at that thing if it'll give you any. We're at this cool resort out here. You can't see much of it. Man, we're at this resort in Austin, Texas, Austin Tejas, and I'm back at it, man. It's teach time, which means I get to go back on stage, people. I'm excited because I haven't been back on the stage in a long time. I'm probably yelling. There are probably a lot of people sleeping right now who might get mad that I'm yelling, but I don't know what to do about it. I got sound check here, and I think it's like 22 minutes. I got to go down. I got to work out about an hour, 10-minute workout. My trainer said we work out. Good morning to you guys. So today, real quick, it's pretty much a matter of we're going to see if it's like riding a bike. Because at the end of the day, man, I haven't been on a stage and given a talk since about 15 months ago. And the funny thing is, I think the last one I did was at a Kalahari resort in where was that at? In the Poconos in Pennsylvania. So it's going to be fun to go back out there and do what I do. I'm going to turn the music off because in my head, I like to have the music. But I don't know if you guys need to hear all that. Anyways, it says, can you turn down? There you go. I can't hear you too good. There you go. See, indie girl, someone turn the music down. She's like, can you turn the music down? So my apologies on the music being too loud. I like, let me just turn it off. Hold on. We'll go there. There we go. I'm back at it. Sorry. I like to play music before I actually go out and do my thing because it helps me get kind of all, music's good. So today we'll talk real quickly about like riding a bike and the concepts behind it. Because there's a thought I had this morning that I wanted to share, and it had to do with the feeling that we typically have in regard to like going and doing something that's kind of scary. Because here's the thing, I got 400 plus city managers I'm going to talk to today. And that means that we have 400 plus people who are leaders, or pretty much like the CEOs of their company, of their cities, right? So what that means is I got a lot of people that are leaders, and these people, they're not coming out here to watch somebody come out here and flop on stage. Now, am I going to flop on stage? That's not how I do it, people. But the reality is like I haven't had myself on a stage in 15 months. Like, well, I remember all the way that the call outs go and the flow goes and read the room. Like I've been doing a lot of virtual, right? We've been dialed in. This is the first speech in over a year on a stage. And so here's what I want to tell you about we'll call it the moments when it gets on to getting yourself into these fired up moments. Because in quite literally 7:40, an hour and 20 minutes, I'm on stage for an hour and we're going to work. I got 400 people that are there to see me do what I do, right? And here's what I want you to think about. There's the voices in the head. I woke up this morning at 4 o'clock and then at 5 o'clock. And I don't think I went back to sleep before my alarm went off at 5:40 to get up and actually go get my workout and get myself rolling. And there's these voices. And I think that there's always these conversations that people don't like talking about, but I'll talk about it because why not? But I always want to think of it like this. There are the same people always in the room talking, right? The same people are always in the room talking, but here's what you got to pay attention to. Who are you letting talk up? Who are you letting be the loudest? Because the room has the person there that goes, are you ready for this? That person in the room. The person that's in the room is like, man, you haven't been on here for a while. That person is in the room. The person that's also in the room is like, hey, you got this. You can do this. But the thing is sometimes that voice gets drowned out by the other voices going, no, you ain't been up there in a while. You've been doing stuff. And I don't care how great you are. I've been doing this for a while. I've been up. I've killed on stage of thousands of people. And I'm about to go to talk to 400 people. And for a lot of people, it's like, man, it's big. But for me, it's like, it's kind of small. But at the same time, it's like, it's still people, right? And I haven't done it in a while, man. And so like the voices creep in. And then here's what I want you to realize how my brain works in these moments and what I think your brain started doing in any moment whatsoever that's similar to it. A moment that is anyway has that same feeling of like, but can you do it? You cannot let that voice talk up. You ever watch some people when they're in conversations, they don't want to hear what the other person says? They're like, no. Like that whole thing they do, right? I think that you got to do that in your own head in the conversation with all those voices in a room. Because that voice of, are you ready for this? It's not going to disappear. They're not taking a nap in the room. They're still in the head. But I don't let them speak up. I quiet them. I shut them down. And I let the voice come through that says, you've been here. You've done this. You got this. You wouldn't be in this position if you weren't dialed in and prepared for it. Right. I think sometimes we don't let that voice come out and be the loudest voice in a room, because when you get to that point, when you let that voice be the loudest, man, here's a crazy thing. And think of like a room of people all deliberating, having a conversation, right? I don't want to say a jury room, but like that the loudest voice is the one that has the ability to convince the others. Think about that way. Quite literally, the loudest voice, the one that's talking, the one that people let go, eventually convinces the others, right? So if you let that voice speak up, if you quiet the other negative voices down, let that voice speak up. The crazy thing is, in that voice, in the conversation, it eventually starts to take over the other people that are saying, you ain't got this, you can't do it. And they go, oh, well, maybe you do got this. Yeah, maybe you can. I forgot about that. You're right. It's a good point. You've been here. You've done this. You got this. You're smart enough. You're capable enough. You know the information. Like, you're going to be fine. Like, that voice gets the opportunity to say what it has to say. And the other voice in the room go, yeah, you know what? You might be right. And so, like, for me, as I got to head down here in like 2 minutes, I'm going to pop off. I wanted to leave that with you. I wanted to have that simple Friday thought for you of maybe sometimes you're letting the wrong voices be the loudest voices. You're letting the wrong voices lead the conversation in a room, because that voice will also convince the other voices. Whatever voice talks, it starts to convince, right? So if it's the negative voice talking, it'll quiet down and convince the one that tells you can do it. So quiet it down, shut it up. Quite literally what it looks like is think down the thought stream of the positive voice. You've been here. You've done this. The slides are good. The stories, you know. You're going to have a great time talking, Ant. I'm talking to myself right now. You're going to do a good job. Have fun. Serve the people. You'll be great. Like, that mentality, when I lean into that, I'm like, you are right, Ant. You got this, dude. As opposed to sitting here at 5 o'clock like, oh my gosh, in 4 hours I'm gonna be on the stage. In 3 hours I'm gonna be on stage. In an hour 20 I'm gonna be on stage. Like, that whole thought, I go, hey, in 4 hours, bro, you get to be on stage. Like, in 3 hours, you get to be on stage. In an hour and 16 minutes, dude, I get to be on stage and impact some lives. Like, that voice gets to shine through. And that one fires me up, and I can't wait. So I'm gonna go downstairs, do my sound check, and get a little bit of breakfast, because I got nothing in me, and I can't. You don't want to go out on the stage with nothing in you, because you'll feel that midway through. But that's it for you guys. That's all I wanted to tell you today. I hope that resonates in some way. Last message for today, because every day, you notice I kind of tell you guys about something. So if you are in any way, shape, or form like, man, I like what I do. I like what Anthony does. Like, I like the idea of the speaking and the coaching and the talk. I love that realm of taking my message and impacting people in the world in something that allows me to maybe have some financial freedom and some traction in a way where it serves like hearts in ways I want. Then I want you to look in and join my mastermind. We are live in June, this month, June 22nd through 24th. So if you can actually get out here, it'd be huge for you to come out here. We tuck away, we do a deep dive with amazing minds, and we extract all your heart, all your passion. We dial it into a specific plan for you to walk away with that you got dialed in. At that point, you have a choice of you can either stay with us ongoing, which means you come through the year, or you're just there for those 3 days. We dial in, you got a great plan, you walk away, and you have some great connections, some great insight, and some great clarity. So all you have to do is DM me the word mastermind. I love the masterminds. Like, it's quite literally me and about 12 people, which could be including you, tucked away in a house, and we got a big dry erase board, or it's like a flip chart, and we just go. It honestly, it cuts out like 8 to 12 months of wandering around and helps people shortcut the path to their success. So DM me the word mastermind. If you can get your butt out here, get your butt out here. And even if not, you can virtually come in as well. Allows you to come in. You'll be up in the boat, up on the big screen. And we get to do your whole entire thing digitally. So DM me the word mastermind. Outside of that, have a phenomenal Friday. And make sure you let the good voice be the loudest so it can convince the others. Take care. God bless. And I'll see you on Monday. All right, everybody.